Hi YouTube, it's Hannah from Smeldish and I'm here today with my July favourites. This video was quite a challenge because I actually thought, well, I was on holiday for most of July, at least half of it, and I didn't really use much while I was on holiday, so how can I pick favourites? So I thought about what did I use, and okay, there's only 2 makeup things and 5 makeup related things, even though really it's 3. I know. And then I'm going to do a quick little bit of a Sunday update. So, firstly, this is Woolsmouth, which is one of the Kat Von D lipsticks that I bought, and I really like it. And I'm just going to show you quickly. Use the daytime side of my NYX Sex Bomb palette, and it's actually really good. It's not very intensely pigmented, but the shadows are pretty good, and they gave me a really nice natural look, and then I blended in the black to give me a bit more definition. So yeah, I really like it. It's good purchase. So on to the favourites. First thing that's on my favourites, I'm sure this has been in my favourites a number of times, but the first thing is this Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. This thing, I love it. There seems to be loads in there, considering I use it pretty much every time I wear makeup. And again, I have the shade Light Warm. And it's just brilliant. I use it under my eyes. I use it if I can't be bothered to put proper foundation on. I'll just cover it, cover things. I use it on top of eyeshadow primer sometimes. And I always take it with me to top up and stuff. So yeah, this is brilliant product. I love it. And I actually did use the much loved by bloggers collection concealer, and I didn't think much of that one, but I love this one. So yeah, great concealer. My next makeup favourite is the Rimmel Scandalise Waterproof Mascara, and I'll show you. It has a nice chunky brush, if you can see. It's a nice chunky brush, which is the kind of brush I like. And I'm not going to rave about this mascara. I don't think it's the best mascara I've ever used. With me out and about, and it actually did the job. Didn't make my lashes incredibly volumized or anything like that, but it did, give me a bit of volume, give me a bit of blackness, and it stayed on throughout all the water. And let me tell you, sometimes I got soaked because it either rained or I went on a water ride unexpectedly. So yeah, this really did the job. So brilliant. My next and final favourite, and this is a trio, and just going to give you a heads up, they're kind of a little bit dirty. I need to wash them, but I will be doing that later. And that's these 3 brushes, and this is my kind of favourite trio for putting on my eyeshadow. It doesn't matter what it is, and I have a ton of eyeshadow brushes. I have all of the Real Techniques eyeshadow brushes. I have this, that and the other, but these 3 are brilliant, and that's 2 from the Model Zone, I think it's like a 5-piece collection, and 1, I can't remember whether this is in the sort of a starters kit or whatever it is set, or you can buy it by itself. But this is the base shadow brush from Real Techniques, the where is it? Blending brush from Model Zone, and the shading brush from Model Zone. So I don't use this as a base shadow brush. I use this, if you see, it's nice and dense and fluffy. I use this for blending. So I put on across the lid, pat with this brush. Then I go into the crease and into the outer corner a bit with this one, and then I blend everything together with this one. And it's just, I did my eyes using them today, and I've pretty much done my eyes using them since the dawn of time. That's a wee bit of an exaggeration, but you get what I mean. This is just the perfect trio for applying eyeshadow, so love them. Definitely my favourites this month. And that's it for makeup favourites. I know, right? Next thing I'm going to say for favourites is 3 little skincare bits. The first one is this La Roche-Posay Antelios Factor 30 Anti-Shine Matte Fluid SPF sunscreen. It's just brilliant. It is fantastic. I use it religiously, and there's still loads in there, and it just works really well. It protects you. It does exactly what it says on the tin. It goes on without that horrible greasy sheen that you often get from putting on sunscreen, and it actually sits really well underneath makeup. So I really like this, and I would recommend it, and it is worth the little bit of expense that you're paying. but I think it's worth that. So yeah, really good, definitely a favourite this month. Next one is, the next two skincare products are cheapies, is this Pro Formula Fresh Skin Balancing Oil-Free Moisturiser for all skin types with grapefruit and cranberry, and it's actually specially developed for Tesco's. And this was cheap. We're talking less than £5, possibly less than £3, and it is just one of the best moisturisers I've ever used, and I will be repurchasing this and using this again and again and again and again because it's just really good. It smells beautiful, it goes on without being greasy, it almost goes on matte, which is incredible, and it sinks in and it really does moisturise really well. It doesn't have any SPF that I can see, which is the only downside, but when I'm using this in conjunction with this, I don't think it particularly matters, and most of my makeup has SPF in it anyway. So yeah, I really like this moisturiser, and I can recommend it for anyone that has my skin type, which is vaguely oily combination, typical skin. So yeah, really good. Third and final skincare favourite is this super cheap Boots Essentials fragrance free facial wash. This thing is amazing. It is so good. My skin can be a little bit aggravated sometimes, it can be a little bit on the sensitive side. This thing is beautiful. It removes makeup, it does everything you want it to do. You can use it in the morning and in the evening if you want, and it's just perfect. You sort of massage it into a lather on wet hands, apply it to a wet face, massage it in, really sort of massage it in to work in, get rid of all your makeup, rinse it off, and then I normally go through with a micellar water and then a toner just to make sure I've got rid of every scrap, but most of it will be off with this. It's really good. I cannot recommend it enough, and I'm pretty sure it's less than £2, less than 2 of your English pounds. I'm going to try out, there's other things in the Boots Essentials range that I've heard good things of that I will be trying again because I'm so impressed with this, really good. 3 more things. The next thing, this is a bit of a weird thing to put in my favourites, but it's this Degree Motion Sense Dry Spray Shower Clean 48-hour Antiperspirant. Okay, I got this from Publix when we got to Florida, and I've used it. I have my normal deodorant I have anyway that I didn't take with me. I've used this over it every time. I haven't got a clue. I would guess because it's the tick, this would be Shore in the UK, and I think they must have a different formula in the US because I used to use Shore and it really irritated my underarms. My underarm skin can be very sensitive, and Shore used to really irritate my underarms, but this doesn't. It leaves me feeling fresh, it smells really nice. What more do you want antiperspirant deodorant to do, really? I have Lifesavers in my favourites, okay? I got these. I actually shouldn't really be my favourites because I've only had them for a couple of weeks. But I got these for the journey home, or even a week. I've only had them for a week. The journey home because I have, this sounds like a bit of a go through Hannah's medical problems, but I have very small tubes. I have undeveloped tubes in my ears, nose and throat and everything. And so takeoff and landing in a plane is like agony for me because it takes my head ages to kind of, I guess, adjust to the pressure, and because my tubes are so small, the pressure really gets to them. So I need things at the very least. I need like a sweet to really sort of suck on, and I got these for the journey home, and I forgot how delicious they are. Anyway, they're sugar free, and they come in 5 flavours: cherry, raspberry, watermelon. Why can't we get more watermelon flavoured things in this country? And cherry for that matter. Orange and pineapple. And they make your mouth water. They're so delicious. You can't tell. Normally sugar-free sweets have a really horrible artificial taste, but no, these just taste like little hard balls of fruit. They're really, really good. So, favourites. And I'm going to be so sad when I use all these. And my last favourite, these. My glasses that I got from yours, £4, really, really good and sturdy, have taken a battering of going in and out of my bag all throughout the holiday, and they do the job and they look pretty darn stylish too, if I say so myself. Those were my July favourites, and now really quickly we'll do a little Sunday update. So this week I've done a couple of vlogs on my YouTube channel. As you've seen, I did my sort of haul from Florida and then a first impressions of some of my makeup. But I didn't really do anything else. I haven't really posted on my blog. I did a couple in the last day or so. But I've been recuperating. Jet lag has just seemed to have caught up with me. I've been very tired. I've been finding it hard to sleep. And also, I guess I've had a bit of airplane flu because I've had that horrible head cold thing. So I'm back to normal, fingers crossed, touch wood, and everything's go, and I'm freaking out by the fact that it's the 2nd of August. Where the hell has July gone? And I have less than a month till I'm starting my new job training. That's insane. Like, less than a month. I have so many things to do in this month, but I'm feeling quite good about it. And I guess the other thing I'm going to tell you is, currently reading, I am also reading Persuasion by Jane Austen at the moment, which is downstairs. Completely forgot to bring it up to show you. I'm also reading Fragile Things by Neil Gaiman. Neil Gaiman is one of my favourite authors of all time, and this is a collection of short stories by him that I've never actually read, so really looking forward to reading that. And the only other thing I've got to tell you is that Sunday, if you've read my blog for any amount of time, you'll know it's nail day. So I'm going to be removing my Hufflepuff nails. Say bye, Hufflepuff nails. And I'm going to be using what I normally use, which is my Essence Studio Nails 24/7 nail base, which is really good. And I will probably be using Paint by Illamasqua, which is a rubber finish brown. It's really cool. And if you know me, then Illamasqua is my absolute favourite nail polish formula in the world. And the other thing I wanted to mention, I know I've mentioned it before, but this PS Love Your Nails Fast Dry Nail Polish Spray, which is 80 pence, 80 of your English pence, less than £1, and it is fantastic. I normally have real problems, even if I leave my nails to dry really well before I go to bed. I always wake up with like sheet markings in my nails. No, not with this, not with this. So there we go. There's a quick Sunday update and my July favourites. Tell me in the comments below what your favourite products you've used this month, or your favourite things about this month have been, and I will see you soon on my next video. Bye!